Yo, what's good? It's your boy Bike with another video. Today I am going to be reviewing the S Pen Pro to see if it's actually worth picking up. So let's get right into it. So when you open up the box, it comes with the S Pen Pro, of course. Then it comes with a protective like sleeve or case that you can store your S Pen Pro in. And then it comes with a nib tool and 3 extra nibs. Now this pen claims to support 4096 levels of pressure sensitivity. It has 2 buttons. It does have a battery in it, and how you recharge it is you pop the lid at the back of the pen, and it has a USB-C input, and you just charge it up like that. And they say it can last up to 16 days on one charge. Now, just like the S Pen, it does not require you to actually charge up the pen for it to actually work. So when you look at the size of this thing, the length is around 6.8 inches. It's fairly thick. It's 9.5 millimeters. And when you look at the weight, it's at 13.8 grams. And as far as latency goes, I could not find a stat on latency, but I do know that the S Pen, regular S Pen latency is 6.2 milliseconds. So it should be at least around there, or maybe they trimmed off a little bit, but at least it should be 6.2 milliseconds. Now the design of the pen, it's basically a bigger and thicker S Pen. At the top of it, it has a button for the S Pen and the Z Fold. And what these 2 switches are supposed to do is the S Pen, the nib is supposed to, for tablets. And then you switch it to the Z Fold mode. And what that is supposed to do is that is supposed to allow the nib to retract inside the pen a little bit more so you don't damage the Z Fold. So let's get into the drawing experience on the S Pen Pro. So the first thing that I noticed when drawing with this pen is that soft, grippy feeling that the S Pen provides. I didn't really feel it with the S Pen Pro. It felt a little bit slippery. It's like your pen is skating on the tablet, and the nib is a little bit harder. That's why it feels like it's skating and not actually gripping like the S Pen. So the feel of the S Pen Pro, it feels like the Wacom One pen fused with the regular S Pen. So it's not as slippery as a feel as drawing with the Wacom One pen, and it doesn't have that grippiness or that softness of the S Pen. It's an in-between. Now let's get into the different modes, right? The S Pen mode and the Z Fold mode. Now, like I explained earlier, when clicking on the Z Fold mode, it's supposed to allow the nib to retract more when you're actually using it. And so I put it on Z Fold mode, and it acts the exact same way as in the S Pen mode. And I don't know whether it's just this pen I bought maybe malfunctioning or something like that, or this whole thing is like a gimmick or whatever, but I didn't see any difference between the 2 modes. Now the biggest thing with a stylus pen is really the comfortableness of the pen, because understand, you're going to be drawing on this thing for hours on end, so this pen needs to be comfortable enough to draw for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long you're drawing for. And from my experience, it wasn't comfortable to draw. I don't know whether it's because it's a little bit taller than the S Pen, which I've drawn with the Norse Digital pen, and that's around the same length as the S Pen Pro, and that was comfortable to draw with. I think the pen is a little bit too thick, and so it was uncomfortable to draw with for a long period of time. So the price of the S Pen Pro right now is $74 because it is on sale. The regular price is $100. So let's take a look at what people who have purchased the S Pen Pro actually have to say. And so I go to the Samsung website, and I have a few people, you know, they like it or whatever, but there's a few people talking about their nibs it just broke, and it broke in a way to where they can't actually get the broken part out of the pen, and it's just kind of stuck in the pen. And now the whole pen is just useless, right? And so you gotta contact Samsung and try to get a replacement pen. But that's very problematic that these nibs are breaking like that, and they break in a manner to where you can't even replace them. The S Pen Pro, I cannot recommend this to anybody. It's uncomfortable. People talking about the nibs breaking. The whole really purpose of the S Pen Pro is really the two modes of the S Pen and the Z Fold, which do the same thing. So there's really no purpose for the S Pen Pro. There really isn't. But if you're looking for some alternative styluses besides the S Pen Pro, you should check out this video right here. But anyway, I hope you got some type of value out of this video today. If you did, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll holler at y'all next time.